Yeah, no, I mean, it's embarrassing. And I think, dude, I think honestly a lot of it has to do with just the time that they had. But I want you guys to listen to him try to ask Tim Cook a question, and it's topical because he asks him about the Apple ad, right?
Very well. It was
1984 Super Bowl ad in black and white, had this Big Brother type figure as the narrator saying over the screen to a bunch of these workers, looks like it was straight out of the Soviet Union, saying to a bunch of these workers as they're sort of marching along, he says one of the lines that the narrator uses is, "Our unification of thoughts is more powerful a weapon than any fleet or army on the earth." And then the ad ends with this lady running in color and smashing the screen, busting the group think, busting the mob think. Do you remember that ad, Mr. Cook? What company had that ad?
I remember it very well. It was Apple versus IBM at the time.
Yeah, but
Okay, so this is your chance.
That's a good
you
question.
set it up. You set it up. So ask a question, right? Watch this.
the point was, mob think, cancel culture, group think is not what this country's about. And we are seeing it play out every single, just take the sports world, for goodness sake. In the last few weeks, Drew Brees had to.
Let me get cut to the point. Does he ever give another question to, does Tim Cook ever answer another question? No, he just moves on. So what was the point of bringing that up? So Rep Jim Jordan could have his little time in the sun so he could tell you about how great he is so he could serve his constituents, all right? No, dude. Hey, can you make them talk? Like, hey, do you remember this ad? Yes. Okay, well, now let me monologue at you and tell you why you suck. It's like, dude, can you let him talk? Come on.
This guy's at home. He's rehearsing with his wife. He's like, honey, do you think I should say, and then she ran in and broke. Do you think I should say it like that? Or should I do it like, this guy's rehearsing with his wife? Idiot. Ask a question, man. Yeah, you're right.
And get an answer and like, let them talk. They'd be like, hey, isn't this a problem? Well, yeah, but it's a little bit more nuanced than that. Well, that's enough. I don't have time for that. So let me move on to my next question. And they just want the clip of them dunking on the Bezos or whoever, the Pichai, the Cook. And so what it is, essentially, it's like a public, I don't have a belt on right now, but it's like a public like whipping of our little, our guys, right? Like our big Monopoly guys. But at the end of the day, nothing happens. It's like, bad. Yeah. Hey, bad. And this is like, it's like done in public so the public can watch and be like, okay, good. Our Congress is doing something, but they're not doing anything because they're not finding
they're
anything
not doing
out.
Anything.
Yeah. And, Will, were you going to say something?
No, I was just going to reinforce they're not doing anything.
True. Thanks. I didn't want to cut you off. But no, dude, they are, you know what they do? Just social justice nonsense. That's it. And like these people are getting a good, like there's been some good clips about it too. But basically these corporations, you can force them to do some social justice nonsense. You can force them to like put up a flag or like put up an ad for like a gay pride parade. But if you tell them like, hey, can you stop like this practice that makes you billions? They're just like, hey, free market. You know what I mean? So basically it's all a lot of yelling. It's a lot of public show. And then at the end, it'll just be social justice stuff. I don't think there's going to be any, probably not any like realistic change out of this.
Can I show you guys the part of the hearing that I hated the most? Because I watched this whole thing. I love this stuff.
Yeah, let's see it.
But I got to show you guys my favorite part, which is when this congressman decides to basically grill a top 4 big tech guy about his personal emails. About like he's basically asking the top guy to troubleshoot his emails.
Yeah, no, that's...
Check this out. Check this out.
Hilarious. Such boomers.
Dude, boomer. Hang on.
So it's just this a bunch of okay boomer memes. That's what this hearing was.
Business incentive to do so. And
okay, hang on. We gotta just zoom ahead here.
YouTube, there are more conservative.
Oh, his accent is so cute.
You're gonna look into
That's such a nice thing to have, like that Indian accent. It's hard to get mad at him.
Yeah. I do know what you mean. It's true.
You're like, it is cute. And then you don't want to be like, I'm attacking the Indian guy. And he's like, actually, sir, what happened? I was just checking your email. Like, it's like,
that has nothing to do with the reason that he's at Google. Okay, he's competent.
He's confident. No, he's cool. No, I'm not saying he's a social justice hire. He's tight, man. I think he's he's smart enough to be like, keep the accent.
Pichai's tight,
cute.
but no, Pichai's tight.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch this.
Response from you, say, in the next 2 weeks as to why that occurred?
Congressman, we'll do our best to follow up, and I'll engage with your office to
Okay,
respond on
we'll
that.
follow up on that. I've got a similar
Here's the
question.
thing.
So
Here it
I've
is.
been
Here
in
it is.
elected politics for almost 10 years. And when I was in the Florida Senate and the state Senate, I never had a problem with my campaign emails being marked as spam or going to junk folders or anything along those lines. And we had 30, 40, 50,000 people on our email list. And suddenly, I get elected to Congress, and I'm now up here in Washington, D.C., and my parents who have a Gmail account aren't getting my campaign emails.
He's asking them to figure out why his parents are getting his campaign emails.
What is he doing?
He's asking.
It's a tech support. It's a
Sundar
tech hearing, not
Pichai.
tech support.
Dude, this guy,
doing
hey,
tech support.
Greg Stubbe, I think he's a little bit racist. I think he saw an Indian guy. He's thought, oh, tech support.
Tech support.
Tech-
He's like, can I just do? Oh, so he's like the other ones. He's treating them like the CEO, and then this guy's like, all right, this Google guy. Okay, hey, can you fix my phone real quick? Like, honestly, what the fuck is this shit? Like, that's what Tom McCain did that before too. He's just like, so my iPhone, this is like 10 years ago. There's a clip of him too. It's like, my iPhone, it keeps reinstalling. Can you do the settings? What do I do? Like, it's so goofy. They have no idea. But this man, I gotta say, very sexy dude.
Yeah, no.
He's hot.
Greg
like,
Stubbe, he grew the nice beard for this. He knew he was going to be on camera. He practiced a lot with his wife. You know, he did it.
If we
My
put him in a cowboy
supporters-
hat, forget it.
Dude, forget it.
Just last week, one of my supporters called me and said, hey, I just want you to know this, that my Gmail account suddenly is taking your campaign emails that I've received for almost 10 years, and suddenly they're going to spam and junk folders. This appears to only be happening to conservative Republicans. I don't see anything in the news or anything in the press or other members on the other side of the aisle talking about their campaign.
Why isn't anyone talking about campaign emails going to spam folders? It's the story of the century.
Hey, what's going on with the
all of my campaign emails go to my spam folder. All of them.
Of course.
Yeah, dude.
And the reason is because it's a spam. It's nobody wants to read a campaign email. Let's be real. Nobody does. And eventually he's asking Sundar, I won't make you guys watch it, but he's asking Sundar, why is my dad? It's my dad. That he's gonna click on all my campaign emails. Why is it going to my dad's spam folder? And it's like, dude, your dad is sending them to the spam folder. He's just not telling you.
Dude, it'd be so funny to hear the CEO of Google, that Indian guy. It'd be so funny to be like, actually, Mr. Stubbe, your emails are going to spam because they're garbage. And that is he just has to tell him. Like, he's got to open a file and be like, your father marked as spam. Your father doesn't want your email.
Dude,
Sorry,
you know,
sir. And like,
Sundar does not have that bad of an accent. You know that, right? You're like totally playing it up.
I'm so racist. But I do love that this guy is just asking personal email questions. Who is he? It's wild.
Yeah, no, it's weird.